Hey, it's Emin here. I'm going to continue where I last left off. Now, previously, in the previous video, I had shown you how to add a product by going to Scenarii, product, and then we go to Tamba product, and this is what we got from this example, okay? Now, we're not done yet. We still have to create a form, or borang in short, and that is the more important, elaborate step. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Scenarii, we're going to go to borang, all right? Now, again, if you're using a brand new account, you're not going to see anything here. Don't use this as a reference. What we're going to do is we're going to assume that all this is brand new. We click on Bina Borang Baru, okay? So, if you look at this mouse scrolling here, this is a longer page, all right? So, be patient with me. Let's go. All right, first of all, Buteran Borang. Let's add a code. Now, you can add any codes you want, but normally I like to keep it consistent. Like in previously, I call it BWS, so I'm just going to call it the same thing, all right? So that's just the way I roll. It's totally up to you, but I like to keep things as simple as possible, so I'm just going to use the same code, all right? Tajuk, I'm just going to call it the same name as the product as well. Business Wealth Summit Online. It's the same thing. And then next, penerangan, you can give it any explanation. This will show up in the home page, all right? So I'm just going to call it the same thing. 4-week online digital marketing training program. You don't have to write a long essay on this one, all right? Okay, the next part is interesting. Now, this part is optional, but you can always edit it afterwards, and I think this is going to be useful because people are going to see this information when they check out, and sometimes they want to make a slightly more informed decision, something that builds a bit more confidence, so let's do it, all right? First of all, Gambar. You can choose a picture. If you have a picture of the product, you can do it right now. Otherwise, you can edit afterwards. So in this case, I'm just going to add in the picture of my product, which is this. All right. Now, don't worry if you see this looks a little bit too big. It will kind of resize itself properly later. There's even a suggestion here for 800 by 400 pixels, but you don't really have to follow that. All right. Now, there's a text here. You can add in anything you want. You can even leave this alone. So this could actually be a very good opportunity for you to like pre-sell a little bit more before people actually check out. You can put like 2 or 3 testimonials. You can put a summary over here. It's up to you. So maybe in this case, I like to add a summary, for example. Yes, give me instant access to. You can put a bullet point here as well, which is actually quite interactive. If you know how to use Microsoft Word, you can use this. 4-week online digital marketing training program. 6-figure marketing agency secrets, fast action bonus 1. By the way, I'm just making this up here just for your own benefit, all right? I'm just going to call it super FB ad templates, fast action bonus 2, super email marketing templates, 30-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Now, can I make it more fancy? Yes. And there are actually people that practically use this part as a main sales page, and they're successful in selling that. So if you want to be able to have your own offer without having your own website or hosting, this is actually a very viable option. So just letting you know that you can actually add pictures, you can highlight words, you can bold words, you can increase the font size, and things like that, okay? So this is quite interesting, but I'm not going to spend too much time doing it. I'm just showing you a simple example and what this is capable for you, all right? So I'm going to leave it be. Next, pilihan borang bahasa. Now, strangely, you can actually choose bahasa English or English in short. But what this means is that the order form will appear in English, and that will probably be the only part that appears in English. But you as an admin, you're going to see everything else in Malay, all right? So after that, Susun Atau means classic or modern. To be very frank, I was not able to find a difference. I just leave it alone. Jenis jualan product. In my case, that's the case. All right. If you're doing a live event, it should be pendaftaran acara. Okay, sumbangan is probably more a donation, which I've not seen that used before. So jualan product it is. All right. Kaedah jualan, direct. That means direct sale. Okay. Marketplace. Do you want this offer to show up in the marketplace? Now, if you want that to happen, that would be cool. So let's just take a look at the marketplace and see what's going on over here, all right? Now, very frankly, I do not know how useful this marketplace is or how traffic it is. I do not know. But in my case, I'm not going to check this box because my offer is a webinar offer. It's a bit more exclusive, so I'm not going to do that, okay? Next, social proof. Now, you can choose to activate this So sometimes you might have been to those websites where something pops out at the bottom left or a bottom right, like Mr. Lim has bought this product, Ali has bought this product, and things like that. Okay. Personally, some people swear by it and say that it actually works. But me, I think it's annoying. I think it's a bit of a breach of privacy as well. So if you want to use it, you can. But me, I choose not to use it. Okay. Okay. Next one, affiliate. Now this is important. Okay. You will check this box. Papakan link affiliate kepada agent. The rest, papakan ID the number agent affiliate di bawah. That means, do you want to display the name of the affiliate at the bottom or not? If you want to, you can. All right. I think this is going to be useful. Let's do that. Okay. Now, next one. Benarkan agent affiliate memasukkan penjejak pixel sendiri. That means you allow the affiliate to insert your own pixel. I recommend that. Check this box. Okay. Tetapkan landing page untuk link affiliate. So this is important because if you do not set this, when affiliates use their affiliate link, it goes straight to your order form, which you might not want that to happen. You want them to send them to your sales page. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this, and you're going to enter the link of your sales page. Okay. So I'm going to use this as an example. All right. That means if affiliates are going to promote this, they will arrive at a page like this. I'm just using that as an example, by the way. All right. So in other words, for affiliate, the short answer is to check all of these boxes and put in the link to the sales page. And I think I should say this right now. Before I add my product and I add my form on OnPay, normally what you should have ready is your sales page should be ready. Your download page should be ready. If you don't have those things ready, you shouldn't be doing this. So I'm sorry if I talk about this right now, but you know, sometimes it's hard to talk about something without actually getting something else involved. So I decided to just go with the flow, right? But I just want you to know from now on, it's important to have your sales page ready, your download page ready, or your thank you page ready so that you can get to this afterwards and fill in the blanks smoothly, all right? So the next part, hubungkan borang ini dengan borang lain. At this point, you don't really need to do this, but if you're going to have upsells, downsells, cross-sells, you can actually include the other related offers. So what happens here is that if any affiliate refers a sale and the customer buys the other offers, the affiliate will still get credited. And I think that's going to be useful because if you're going to build a sales funnel and credit affiliates, I think you should do it generously and motivate affiliates to send more traffic to you, all right? But right now, this is a new offer. I'm not going to click this, okay? Next. You want to redirect your customers to the next page after they make the purchase. So you put in the download page. I'm just going to make this up right now. By the way, this doesn't really exist. And just a tip here. For download pages, you don't want to give it obvious names like thank you, download access. These are very obvious names. People can guess. People can even Google search those names. It might even end up on Google as well. So you want to give it some complicated names like, you know, maybe like TQ hyphen BWQ or V hyphen 1288. I'm just making this up, by the way, okay? Something like that. It's not so easy to guess. Something like this, okay? Redirect in 5 seconds. I think this is fine. Let's leave it alone, or even redirect in 3 seconds, a little bit faster. Okay, 3 or 5 is good. Okay, next is miscellaneous. All right. So let me just take a look real quick. First of all, jadikan sebagai mini site di mana ruangan. Okay, you can uncheck this, leave it alone. Papakan tajuk pada borang. That means you display the title on the form. You can if you want to, but I think it's fine. Leave it alone. All right. Papakan gambar pada borang. I think this is good to have. Let's leave it alone. Papakan maklumat penyagaan. That means you put in your business details. If you want to be more transparent, you can. But me, I don't do it. All right. Next, papakan bantuan dalam bentuk pop-up. That means you display a help pop-up, which I think you don't need that. So leave it alone. Next, papakan butang login. I think this is not needed. Let's leave it alone. Papakan butang panggil data pelanggan, which again, I don't think you need that as well. Basically, you're allowing past customers to recall their details. Unless you're getting a lot of repeat customers, then that's useful. But other than that, I think there's no need for beginners, okay? Next, display a reminder notice after the sale, the email is entered if the customer hasn't purchased just yet. So I think you can leave this alone. Check the box. Next, papakan pengesahan maklumat pelanggan dalam bentuk pop-up. Okay, I think you can just leave it alone. Chat system, if you want to be able to talk to them real time, you can, but I think that's not needed. Papakan pengesahan maklumat. You know, I changed my mind. I think you should just leave it, check this box, alright? Next, papakan borang pada halaman utama. Okay, leave it alone. This one's dangerous. Don't do this, okay? Automatic verification for sales without payment. Because sometimes people may, you know, put in, especially for online transfer, they might put in some fake pictures. I've had that happen to me before. Not so often, maybe out of like every 100 sale, maybe one person will be like that. They put in some fake picture, or it's a very questionable picture. It's not even a receipt for that matter. They will fool the system. So don't do that. You should verify manually, okay? After that, aktifkan mekanisme penggeraman PNM. Okay, you don't need that. Set borang sebagai borang utama. You don't need that as well, okay? So you're basically only checking 4 boxes here in miscellaneous, okay? Next, butiran pembelian. So you're going to choose the product that we have created just now. In this case, is Business Wealth Summit Online. There's only one. Had belian, that means the limit is just 1. This is a digital offer. I just put 1. All right. If you're selling a physical product, then obviously you will want to increase this number here. Okay. Quantity minimum, there's only 1. And now all this can be left alone because this is a very straightforward offer. All right. Next, coupon. Now, if you want to offer any coupons like discounts and all that, you can actually click on this and activate it. But since we have not done that before, I'm going to leave this out, okay? If you want to do this, what you should do next time is go to Senarai, go to coupon and start creating coupons, and you can start adding it over here, all right? But me, I do not have any coupons going on right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. Next, penghantaran. Okay, this is not important, so leave this alone. Next up, butiran pelanggan, which means customer details, name, email, phone numbers, go without saying. These are requirements. You can leave these boxes alone because I think this is all like, you know, extra work, all right? Now, address. Allow this only if you're going to send something. So if you're selling a physical product, or in my case, I do have some books to send out, I will ask for address. But in the case of this offer, I don't need people's address, so I'm going to uncheck this. I only need name, email, and phone number. That's it, all right? Butiran peserta, if you're doing live events, then yes, but we don't need that. Okay, now this is probably like the next important part here, okay? Payment details, all right? So it says here, make the first payment as a default method. It's nothing wrong with that, okay? You can accept bank-in. So in my case, I have 2 bank-in details. I'm only just going to put 1, which is my company. Don't confuse people. All right. After that, sentiasa paparkan maklumat bank. I think you can uncheck this box. Next one is nota kaedah pembayaran bank. So the details are already here, and you will notice that it's already written in Bahasa Malaysia. As of this time of the video, there is no English version. So what I did is that I had translated my own version into English. If you want to get the English version of this template, what you can do is you can look below this video and download from this Dropbox link. It's a Microsoft Word document, and you can use it, all right? But I do caution you against copying and pasting it literally because there is a possibility that the format may not be the same, all right? But that will definitely save you a lot of time from translating from BM to English, all right? So this is good. Next, wajibkan pembayaran untuk perbankan internet machine deposit. So I'm going to require it for both, all right? Both boxes are going to be checked. After that, there are other payment methods which if you had watched my previous video and you had done it, you would have already configured the other payment methods. So normally I would like to allow PayPal and Stripe, all right? Now, although I have a Bill Please account, I'm not actively using it, but like I said, it's really up to you. But I just want to say if you give the more payment options, then it makes people easier to make a decision to buy right now rather than you just allow only one method, okay? So we now have this bank-in transfer, which I would like that to happen, okay? If you don't want online transfer, just remove this. Simple as that, all right? And PayPal and Stripe. So I have 3 payment methods. Next, pengesahan. Okay, we're going to leave this alone. And the next part, okay, this is a little important here. This is a thank you page. It's all in BM. You can edit it if you want to. And if you want to translate it, I've already made my own translation in English, which you can just visit the link below this video. I've included the link to my Dropbox file. Download the zip file, the Microsoft Word document, and you can just copy and paste it in, okay? Next. Now, this is up to you. If you're doing Facebook ads or Google ads, you can choose to put in Facebook pixel. It's got to be a full code into the form, and then it will show up. All right. I'm not going to talk about that. If you know how to do Facebook ads, then this part will already make sense to you. All right. Okay. Non-bought invoice, we can skip this. Webhook, we can skip this as well. Email templates, again, the whole thing is in BM, and I prepared an English version that you can use from the Dropbox link. All right. So if it's in BM and it's all the same to you, you can leave it alone. It's fine to use it the way it is, but I do recommend that you spend a bit of time to actually go through this and edit it and personalize it a little bit, all right, so that it doesn't look the same whole cookie-cutter message. All right, yep. Oh yes, one more important part, SMS template. I think this is really important, by the way. Sometimes one of the cool things about using OnPay is that you can also leverage on their SMS system to send reminders to people who have not bought the product or people who have bought it. They get an automatic message. So it builds up a little bit of like higher conversions and more rapport somehow, all right? Again, this whole thing is in BM. You know the drill. I have an English version in the Dropbox folder, all right? So, and as for the rest, my account doesn't have access to follow-up email and auto-forward SMS feature, so obviously I am not in a position to talk about this, all right? So once we're done, we can click on Simpan Borang. All right, didn't expect this, but let me just refresh this. Oh, I can't do that because I have already a form with this name already. So I tell you, I'm just going to call it 2 just in case, and click Save. And we're done. Okay, so we already have created the form and the product before this, and we're actually quite good to go to use this. So quite simply, if you want to be able to add a buy button, you only need to send people to either one of this link. Okay, this is technically a buy button already, or a buy URL. This part might seem a bit open-ended because some people use ClickFunnels, I use OptimizePress, some people use HTML, or they use various type of page builders. So you want to send people to a buy button, just send them to this link. They both go to the same page, by the way, all right? So this is what the page looks like, all right? So yeah, that's kind of what it is. See that the option is here, and if you want to be able to edit it, so what you do is you just go to this second icon called Kemas Kini, click on that, and you're going to see that the long form that we have filled in just now is now arranged into multiple tabs, all right? And I see that the picture wasn't uploaded properly just now for some reason, so let's just upload it again. All right, let's just be sure that this works. Sometimes errors do happen. It's not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect software. You click Simpan, it's saved right now. Let's just go back to the form and refresh it. And voila, the thing actually appears. If you want to edit it again, just go to Kemas Kini, the second icon. Okay. It takes a while for it to load, by the way. And if there's anything you want to edit, you can just go through each of the tabs. What I recommend is that you go to add any of the tab, you can click on Save, and then go back to your form and refresh it and see what kind of changes would show up, all right? So maybe in one case, I want to show the title of my form, Papa Tajuk Pada Borang. Then click Simpan Borang, okay? And then let's refresh this again, and you can see that now the title has shown up. So yeah, that's really all there is to it. Now personally, when I did all this, I didn't have a guide, so it took me about half a day. Now with my guidance, I think this could actually take you way less than that. I mean, for me to figure this whole thing out in half a day is actually considered very fast. And I think you're going to have a few time using OnPay as a payment processor. It's fun to use, and when you start making money with it, it gets even more fun as well, all right? And I do recommend that in the future, if you're a serious user, you can consider upgrading to a higher package. I think a light package would be quite useful for a lot of people already. Serious users can upgrade to a little bit more than that. And yeah, okay. So what you can do from now on is that if you want to make a copy of this, you just click Salin, which means you duplicate whatever we did. If you're tired of going through like the whole process, you can just duplicate and edit it. If you want to temporarily deactivate the form, but you don't want to delete it, you just click on near active. Now, this basically deactivates the offer, but it doesn't mean it gets deleted, all right? And if you want to restore it, you can click on this active button, all right? And if you're sure that you want to delete this, which is what I'm going to do, by the way, because I really don't want to use this, I will click on this trash icon, and yes. All right. You can also do the same with product afterwards. And yes, that's all there is to it. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun. You enjoyed watching this video training. You enjoyed following as well. And go forth and kick ass, all right? So my name is Edmund. Thanks for watching. And if there are any updates to onpay.my, any of the features that I discovered that's really amazingly useful as well, I will share with you. All right? Take care.